Here we go. He likes this game. Our tournament is over. Lou Holtz looks like a train conductor is what ended up winning our tournament. But let's play a few more of these for Jeff Van Gundy. And, Jeff, you just picked the best one from this group. Number 4, North Carolina, was represented by
Donnie Walsh. Looks like he's in town to kill a guy.
Now, Van Gundy usually doesn't like some of the basketball-related ones because he's got a lot of friends in the business. But regardless, he's tough on this. He's tough on this. So you like that one.
By the way, the Lou Holtz one I'd never heard before. That's going to be hard to beat.
Yes.
I'm glad that came out as a champion.
Well, yeah, won the entire tournament. Yeah. But you were Kentucky. Looking like the Queen of Hearts was Kentucky. But here's Oklahoma State, the number 9 seed. I think Van Gundy might like this one. He might not be able to stifle a laugh on this one, even as he wants to.
Mike Woodson looks like he's constantly telling his family, "I'm not sleeping, I'm just resting my eyes."
All right.
That doesn't do it for me.
Why it's a 9 seed?
I think that's like that 9 seed would have lost in the first round by a blowout.
All right.
But that's just me.
SMU, a 6 seed.
Ben Roethlisberger looks the way a 4-year-old child draws a person.
I love that one. Yeah, I love that one. That one's just
so come from
listeners.
Listeners?
Yeah. Community around the show.
Should have been better than a 4
You've got like some warped listeners. I love it.
Here's one for you. Eastern Washington, a 13 seed, was
Brad Stevens looks like the guy you must defeat in a sailboat race so that his daddy can't acquire your family's land to build a country club.
Come on, Jeff.
All right. Updating our tournament. Now, these were the first 4 out. These were the ones that ended up. These are some of the ones that ended up in the NIT. So these didn't even get in the tournament. Like, for example,
David Blatt looks like the anonymous Bond villain henchman who gets choked out with piano wire.
This one didn't even make the tournament either.
Greg Popovich looks like a Scooby-Doo villain.
This one didn't make the tournament either.
Josh McRoberts looks like a retired getaway driver who's trying really hard to not get pulled back to do one last job.
I don't know how that didn't get in, man.
But you know how loaded this tournament
No, I know, but we have some teams in the NIT that could win the actual NCAA championship.
Right, I believe this next one that we're going to play is Miami.
How the hell did this not get in the tournament?
Mark Trespin looks like the husband and father of 2 who recently transplanted his family to a new city because he needed a fresh start. But he hasn't disclosed to his family that the reason he got such a good deal on the home is because it's rumored to be haunted, and now he's hearing things at night.
That should have been a 1 seed.
It is in the NIT. It is a 1 seed in the NIT. And then finally, this didn't make the tournament either.
Tim Kirkchip looks like the overworked accountant that still wears an arm garter and green-billed visor.
People are tweeting us. Some people are sending us for next year's tournament. Do you guys like this for next year's tournament? Stugatz looks like the dopey sidekick to the villain of a kid's movie. The dopey sidekick. In a kid's movie, the villain, kind of one of these Home Alone type things. Stugatz isn't the most villainous of creatures. I don't think he looks like that. I think he acts like it.
Yeah, probably, yes. Act like that is better than looking like that. I would say that's if it makes the tournament, it's a play-in game at best. At best.
So here is another one. Tony Dungy looks like a member of an alien sleeper cell sent to Earth to gather intelligence on whether our planet was right for colonization.
Yeah, that's a preseason top 20.
Yeah, let's write that one down.
Only to fall in love with humans.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Every Sunday night, he is torn between fulfilling his mission and announcing the alien invasion or showing Cold Silent.
Just moved it to the top 10.
Surging.
How about this one? I really like this one for next year's tournament. Chris Broussard, commercial husband who stands smiling as his wife explains how a short-term loan company helped them.
There are just some right when you hear them, man. They don't know it.
I feel like all of them need to meet that standard, though. The ones that you hear them and everyone knows. Yep, that's it.
That is so good, man.
Is that better for Chris Broussard than father who ate his kids' packed lunch because he had the munchies?
First one.
First one, man.
First one is, I mean, Dan, the first one's perfect. Really good.
Chris Broussard, commercial husband who stands smiling as his wife explains how a short-term loan company helped them. Mark Davis, the new owner of the Raiders, is what I would expect to see in a PSA about the dangers of leaving your scarecrow too close to a radiator. If you know what Mark Davis looks like, that one is really good.
And if you don't, do a Google image search right now.
Sean Miller, the Arizona coach, looks like all the Entourage main characters combined into one person.
That's a potential one seed right there.
Well, you're going to need jerk on all of these.
No.
You're going to have 27 one seeds.
I think that's fair, Mike. That's a preseason number one pick. Okay? Preseason. That's funny, man. That is great.
Does Lane Kiffin look like the guy who cut you off in traffic only to be pulled over 5 miles down the road? Does John Clayton look like the lead doctor at a medical marijuana facility? I think what someone is doing there is they're imagining the lead doctor from Independence Day, or the lead scientist from Independence Day. Jeff Van Gundy looks like the Mummy, minus the rapping.
That's just mean.
Yeah,
that's just mean?
Cool, yeah.
Really? And the Mark Davis one wasn't? A scarecrow near your radiator?
Yeah, but we know Jeff, and we like Jeff, and we're friends with Jeff. Mark Davis.
And he's in a PSA for that.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a PSA, so it's helping people, right.